What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about keeping rust off your vehicles. All right, where does rust start for vehicles in the first place to start rusting your vehicles out? So let's go over here to our 2001 SLT Laramie Dodge Ram pickup truck, 1500 V8. So this truck right here is my truck. It has over 230,000 miles on it. Yes, 230,000 miles on this truck. And for you Dodge guys that have owned second gens, I hope you're seeing very well right now. Where are the rust spots? There aren't any. And I'll be honest with you guys, I do keep it real and honest with you guys. I do have one little tiny rust spot on my bumper. All right, my rear bumper over here. I'll be totally honest. It's right here. There's my one rust spot. Other than that, I'll show you guys even further with the light as well so you can see it. Now what you're seeing here is surface shield. So that's why the truck has this haze on it, why it's not pearly and jet black like what's underneath this surface shield. But if you guys watch that video on what I did to this truck and the new truck, you'll see why it looks this haziness right now, because it's still winter here in Cleveland, Ohio, and there's still salt on the road, and I don't want this truck rusting out. I want to drive it as much as possible for as long as possible. But again, do any of you Dodge guys who have had this truck see any rust spots where you guys had your rust spots on your Dodge? No. All right, so now that you have seen the proof, all right, let's talk further here. Where the rust spots start, they start on, for number one, the rust spots start where you don't wash your vehicle. All right, everybody just washes the paintwork and the rims and tires, and that's it. All right, that's problem number one if you want to keep a vehicle rust free. If you just are planning on keeping your vehicle for a couple years and then trading it in, all right, then you ain't got to worry about this. Click off this video. This is not the video for you. If you do buy a vehicle and you plan on keeping the vehicle for a very long time or for its entire life, you do want to watch this and pay attention. All right, and go back and watch those surface shield videos that I made for you guys, so you can see how to keep the rust off these vehicles for such a long time. Okay, and that's exactly what I plan to do to this truck. I need this truck to last 235,000 miles and more. So that's why I'm doing the exact same thing to this truck that I did with this truck. 235,000 miles and this truck still looks this good. And yes, I know it does look dirty and has the haze on it right now because it has that surface shield on it that I plastered all over this truck to keep the rust off. Basically, it is keeping a barrier between the paint and salt, dust and salt and grime and whatever has been on the road this winter off the truck. All right, and that's the haze that you're seeing on this truck, is that surface shield, meaning it's doing its job. It's held up for the entire winter and is still on the truck. It has created that barrier between my paint on this truck and the salt, which is the corrosion that'll start eating away at your vehicles. So the rust starts up underneath where you don't wash. The second thing, rust starts where you don't protect your paintwork or any of your components of your vehicle, meaning it could be the back of your rims, it could be the back of your bumper, it could be the inside of your bumper, like I showed you guys on my one rust spot on this truck, which means I did in fact miss a spot when the previous, or basically the first time I undercoated this truck and coated this truck when I first bought this truck. When I bought it used, all right, but it was a Florida truck, which means it never saw any winters and never saw any salt. So I did miss a spot and now it's coming to bite me in the butt. So I got that one rust spot on this truck. Other than that, you guys don't see any rust on this truck. And if you guys don't believe me, you can leave it in the comments below. I'll gladly take this truck outside and show you in daylight as well. We are in a garage right here right now, so I know it's a little dark, but I'll show you the underneath, I'll show you the outside paintwork, and I'll do the same thing with this truck right here. Brand new truck. All right, and you'll see that they look similar. Only difference is this has 235,000 something miles on it and looks how it does, and this has less than 40. So that's where rust is going to start, in the spots where you guys don't normally wash your vehicles, because everybody's just washing their paint work, their mirrors, their lights, and their rims and tires, and that's it. Nobody's getting underneath their vehicles and washing all of that dirt and grime and salt off. All right, but you got to do that stuff if you want to keep your vehicles rust free. It's going to be a pain getting underneath your vehicles, but if you got the right tools, it doesn't become a pain anymore. If you got a pressure washer with the pressure washer attachment, like I'll show you guys right here, I got it over here, because I am a person that absolutely uses this all the time after winter. If I can get it out, this right here is going to be your best friend if you have a truck or a vehicle and you want to keep it rust free. You hook this up to your power washer, and all you do is go rock it back and forth underneath the truck, underneath your vehicle, just like that. And that is what will blast off any dirt and grime and salt off your vehicles to keep them rust free. So those are the two things that I have for you guys. The rust spots will start in places that you do not wash. Some people don't wash the underneath here. They just wash here on top of what they can see. All right, and that's the main point of what I'm trying to get across. People only wash what they can see from the outside of their vehicle. They don't take their wheels off and wash the inside of the barrel, the inside of their rim. They don't wash the inside of their engine compartment, even though, yes, that is dangerous sometimes if you don't know what you're doing. But that is another spot where rust can start to form underneath the engine, all right, and rot out your engine mounts. So another spot where people don't normally wash is the backside, inner side of the bumper, front and rear. That's another spot where a good pressure washer will come in handy, and a lot of water. All right, if you don't have a pressure washer, try to get a hose that you can basically, or I won't even say that, I'll make it easy for you guys. Just take your regular garden hose, stick it up underneath there, and use your thumb and basically douche the entire bumper, front and rear, and do the same thing. If you guys don't have a pressure washer, if you guys don't have any tools to take off your rims and tires, which all of you should, in case you get a flat tire, you should have that stuff anyway, and a jack. But just go ahead and douche the entire underneath of the vehicle. All right, that alone will help so much rather than doing nothing. All right, now if you're a pro at it and you do all of that stuff, and then you want to go a step further and doing what you can see, that's when you start getting into things like me. You start overprotecting the vehicle to make sure that you're doing everything that you can to keep rust off of the vehicle. So you go start doing things like XPEL paint protection, which is a clear film that you put over the entire vehicle and or some specific sections that get or are prone to rock chips and scratches and stuff like that. All right, the next thing you can do is ceramic coatings and things like that. Even though for me, I believe that ceramic coatings for salt and stuff like that sometimes aren't absolutely the best thing that you can do. They are, it's something that will protect your paint. Is it a 10 out of 10? Absolutely 100%? No, but it will do something. It will help with less scratches, I'll say that. It'll help with washing your car a little bit easier. It'll help with less dirt accumulating on your car. So I will absolutely agree and say that with ceramic coatings. Now, with Surface Shield, that's a whole different ball game. That's a whole different substance. It's a whole different chemical. All right, this is oil based. All right, it is going to plaster and stick onto your paint and create a barrier between your paint, the Surface Shield, outside dirt and grime and salt and corrosive stuff. So that's the basically layer process. All right, now everything that's hitting your vehicle, all right, is now being blocked by the middle part, which is the Surface Shield that I use for my vehicle. I know a lot of people have used things like NH oil and The other one, what's the other one called? I think I got it over here in my door. Is it in this door? No, it's in the other door. Sorry guys, I forgot what it was called. It's with the red cap. It's a silver bottle, a white bottle with a red cap. I'm blanking right now. All right, fluid film. How did I forget that? Fluid film, this stuff right here. All right, this is what a lot of people use or have been using in the past. Fluid film to undercoat their vehicles, all right, and their rockers and things like that. But now, the newer, best product that you can get right now is this stuff right here. This works better than fluid film, in my opinion. And again, when I first found this, I gave credit to where credit was due on the video that I watched on YouTube. I watch YouTube videos myself, yes. And I found a guy that used this stuff and had amazing results with his older vehicle. And I said, yes, absolutely, I need to get that product. It is only sold at Home Depot and is rarely ever out to be found. So you gotta find this stuff. It is absolutely the best product you can get. It is a rust protectant. All right, Surface Shield by Blaster, PB Blaster. They make this stuff. So now let's go back over here to the Dodge Ram. So I am absolutely happy with the results of what that product, Surface Shield by PB Blaster, is doing for my old truck and what it will do for this truck right here, the new truck. All right, I don't know how well you guys can see it, but most of it is still on this truck. I did start to go ahead and break down this truck and wash it and clean it up and get all of the surface protectant off of this truck because summer is coming. Like I told you guys, I wasn't driving this truck in the winter time, but in case I needed to, if something happened with the Dodge Ram, I needed this to be winter ready and ready to go right off the parking garage here. So I needed it coated, I needed everything protected, had the film installed on it, had everything protected on this truck so that it was winter ready in case the Dodge was down for a week or two or whatever. But thankfully my baby held up through the winter time. You stayed good, didn't break down on me. You lasted the 2021 winter going into 2022 and 2022's winter and so on. But started to go ahead and break this truck down. So I started washing off the rockers and everywhere where I put Surface Shield except for the undercarriage. I am leaving all of that there. That will do its justice over time, and I promise that it will, because it has done its justice on this 2001 Dodge Ram with 235,000 miles on it. And yes, I know I've said it so many times, but when you got a vehicle with that many miles and only one single tiny rust spot on it, you have to be proud of your vehicle, guys, and what you're doing to maintain it and keep it up. So paid for, no payments on this truck, all is profit. So I'm very, very happy about that, and all you guys should have the goal of that before you get your new toy, your new truck, or your new vehicle, or whatever your situation may be. All right, so now it's this guy's turn. But that's all I wanted to say to you guys. So about some rust issues that people have and how you can prevent them, how you can keep a vehicle rust free. So thank you guys for watching, appreciate it. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next one.